Hey guys, welcome to the NFL Rumors Daily Podcast. We're here today with a lot of news actually there from the meetings in Arizona. We got a lot to cover with you, and we're going to start off going over Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has told the Ravens he requested a trade back in early March. So the Ravens were did not move him, of course, and but he wanted to be traded because the teams won't meet his financial demands. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens going forward with that. Two of the best fits that we have for Lamar if he does get traded is the Falcons and the Colts. But another wild card team that might be in there is the Patriots. We also have today with the rapper Meek Mill that reached out to the owner Robert Kraft and said that Lamar wanted to come to New England. So very interesting stuff with Lamar Jackson there. So we'll jump right into DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, the Cardinals has given him permission to seek a trade, so he can go and talk to teams to try to negotiate a trade. So very interesting there that DeAndre now we could see that move fairly quick with that. The Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy said he has opened the door for Zeke to come back. Be interesting to see what happens there. But another news with Zeke as well. The Jets said that they were not interested in signing him. So interesting stuff there going on with Zeke. Of course, at the owners' meetings too, Aaron Rodgers is the big topic. The plan A for the Jets is Aaron Rodgers. They right now will refuse to look at a plan B per Mike Garoppolo at NFL Network. But Aaron Rodgers reportedly, the Packers are seeking a first round pick, and the Jets want to give the second round pick who they got in a trade for Elijah Moore. So very interesting things there going on with Aaron Rodgers. The Saints signed Brian Edwards, who played with Derek Carr in Las Vegas. So pretty good signing there for the Saints, I feel. John Lynch said that they will listen to anything, but he really likes Trey Lance being on the team. And the three quarterbacks that's supposed to duel it out in camp is Purdy, Darnold, and Lance. The former Ravens, Calais Campbell, is going to meet with the Lions and Jets this week as he is looking for a new home. All right, let's see. Sidney Jones is playing to sign with the Bengals, the early round draft pick of the Eagles. So Sidney Jones, on his way to Cincinnati, signed that deal with the Bengals to help their secondary out. Brandon Ayuk, the 49ers are exercising that fifth-year options, but teams are also calling about a trade with them. Brandon Ayuk, the 49ers, does not look like they want to trade him, but teams are calling about him. So it looks like he's going to stay put, but who knows if the offer's good enough. The Bills are signing former Rams safety Taylor Rapp. He had visits there with the Patriots and the Bengals, but the Bills able to nab Taylor Rapp there. So very interesting stuff there. We have the draft 1 month away, and the Panthers are leaning toward picking Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud. Josh McDowell's done tons of work with them, and he is said to be the favorite. There's a rumor out there that he told him he would hoop it up with them when he got to the Carolina. So very interesting kind of stuff there going on. Um, the Texans could be in the best situation ever with that because they could actually end up landing the Alabama quarterback Bryce Young. And the Texans has made a lot of good moves in the offseason. If they're able to nab Bryce Young, I mean, I would say that they've had a successful offseason under D'Amico Ryans. Todd Bowles talked about, Tom Brady doesn't mean you not having Brady doesn't mean you have to be. You can still be great. Baker Mayfield's going to be at the helm with the Bucks this year, so interesting to see if Baker can turn things around. Andy Reid did not rule out the team trying to sign free agent Odell Beckham Jr., so Chiefs look like they are in play for Odell. One of the things that came up last night on one of the draft is Hendon Hooker, Tennessee quarterback. Um, Said that he could be a possibility with the Vikings in the first round pick. So very interesting to see if they'll decide to go there as a future replacement for Kirk Cousins. Very good stuff there. Um, some other things that we had the Bears talked with Mike McClinchy in free agency, but they of course they didn't get a deal done. Ravens tried to land Darius Slay but he returned to the Eagles. Fletcher Cox thought he had a deal there with the Jets, but we end up coming back to the Eagles, and the Browns really were close on a deal with Javon Hargrave, so some comings around there. The Broncos head coach yesterday told the NFL Network that they weren't trading Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. We'll have to see if that ends up being the truth. And sometimes we have seen coaches say that, and teams get traded, as Stephon Diggs in Minnesota back in the day. The Packers, Ravens, and Lions are named the best fits for Teddy Bridgewater. One of the biggest news that Bobby Wagner come back to Seattle. Great story. B-Wag going back to the Seahawks. Could possibly be his last year and going back with Pete Carroll. So great story there. Really like what that is really looking at. There's still a lot of good free agents out there. Some people have Yannick as their top. The Colts defensive end, Shaquille Griffin's listed, Odell Beckham Jr., Jadeveon Clowney, also Marcus Peters out there. Still a lot of good free agents that teams can go get. So very interesting here. Some news with OBJ. The Jets said that they've had good productive talks with this agent, but they haven't scheduled a meeting with. So very interesting to see what might happen with OBJ. You got D-Hop out there as well. So interesting to see what happens there with what we got. Had a lot of good news happening today. A lot of that is really signaled around Lamar for sure. But Lamar Jackson will be the talk all the way through the draft, I believe, on where he might land. One of the things, when you look at it, Lamar Jackson definitely does not seem like he wants to stay at the Ravens from everything you're hearing. But would like to go elsewhere. I think the Colts will be a great place for him. I would love to see him go to Atlanta for sure, but the Colts will be a great place for him too. Definitely playing there in the Dome. I feel that will be very successful for him. I just feel the Colts, Falcons are the best fits for him. So thank you for joining in today to the podcast. We always appreciate everybody. Thank you for allowing us to letting you give the NFL news, for us to be able to give that to you. Got a little tongue tied there, but we really appreciate everybody. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you give us a like on the video. Really helps us out. Make sure also that you've got the subscription notifications on. Make sure you go to Twitter, turn the notifications on, and make sure you subscribe so you're not missing out on anything. Definitely, we appreciate everybody and the great support we've had weekly. We also got our weekly podcast up, which was great to go over a lot of free agents too. If you want to check that out on Tanner's YouTube, NFL Broadcaster, we definitely appreciate that. And thank you again for everybody. Time is the most important thing, and we appreciate that you giving us your time today. And again, thank you for choosing NFL Rumors as your news source. And guys, I hope you have a blessed day. We'll see you next time.